Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day, an awesome start to your day wherever you may be. I appreciate you spending part of your day with me. It truly does mean the world to me to have your support, so thank you for that. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. If you're celebrating July 4th for our American viewers, or if you're still celebrating from July 1st for our Canadian friends, it is a wonderful time to just sort of chill out, relax, and enjoy the company of friends and family. So we are in the start of a new month, and I wanted to do an energy read on the month of July. With all of the chaos that is going on in the world and these celebrations, they seem in a bit of conflict, right? Do we celebrate or don't we? Do the celebrations lead us down a particular path? Does it make us angry? Does it make us sad? Does it make us joyful? And then, of course, just the energy, right? With different planets and Mercury retrograde and all of the things. There's a lot of things that are sort of swirling around us. And so I wanted to do a reading on the month of July. So we've got the Angel Wisdom Tarot, the, what is this deck called? The Soul's Journey Oracle, which I've had forever and I haven't used in a long time. And it's high time we broke that out. And the Sacred Traveler Oracle. So we're going to do a spread for the month of July. This is a collective reading, so it's a general read, right? If it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. So here we go. We're going to pull from this deck first. So this first card is the overarching theme of July, right? The dominant energy, a major lesson, perhaps the primary focus. What is the fundamental vibration in the month of July? Put those off to the side. Look at that, friends. What a beautiful card. What a lovely feeling that invokes. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So that is our theme for the month of July. So now we're going to go to the tarot cards. And we're going to pull out 5 cards. And then we'll end with the Sacred Traveler. So that card has already flipped out. So I'm going to just move these up ever so slightly. We have the Dreamer or the Fool card in the traditional tarot. This card is the collective strength and opportunities, right? What do we have in common? What are the favorable circumstances, if you will, that will be most prominent in July? What opportunities for growth or progress are available to the collective? And we have the Dreamer. New beginnings, new starts, new opportunities. taking a leap of faith. So there is an action, right? Sort of that comes from an inspiration, if you will, of wanting to set a new course of action. We are ready and we are willing and we are capable. The second card is the collective challenges or areas for healing. What potential obstacles or collective shadow aspects or areas require healing and attention might arise for the collective in July. And we've got the 10 of Cups. Well, just look at this card. You've got the family, you've got the rainbow. This is the happy family card, as I like to refer to it as, right? This is joy, this is blessings, a home, the things that provide you with that emotional strength, right? That make you feel like nothing is impossible. It's surrounding yourself with people that you can trust with your heart, right? And so I think that this card in this position is telling us that we have everything that we need, right? We have all of the emotional support required for any fight, challenge, or obstacle that may come in our way. It is also a great sort of reminder, if you will, of the purpose of why we're doing this, right? Why we're trying to find this success, why we're trying to find this new path, right? It's because deep down inside, we all have the same needs, and that is to be loved unconditionally by others as well as by ourselves. There is this element here of people coming together, realizing that we are not different or opposite, or, you're on one side and I'm on the other. Human beings are unique and complex in their makeup, but in their needs, we are all sort of cut from the same cloth. We all need the same things to survive and thrive. And I think that this card is pointing to the humanity of the time, not the, what you think of the time or what your viewpoint is or your perspective or your beliefs, if you will. This is more about humanity than picking a side. This is a come together moment. A healing is about to occur, and nothing makes me happier than to see that. Our next card is the collective action and focus. What types of collective action, focus, or mindset will be most beneficial or impactful during the month of July? What should the collective be doing to move towards taking action and setting their focus? We have the King of Wands. Compassion. This charisma, this accomplished sort of vibration, like I've got this, because it's coming from the right spot. It's coming from the right place. It's coming from my heart. This is a time for great success, right? And we started off with success. This card says, success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And we have the happy family card coming from the concept of being embraced by the heart, by being embraced by love. This is sort of what happens when you're embraced by that love, right? You are filled with joy, and you feel grounded and accomplished, and you are charismatic because you are filled with that love, right? So in other words, we're in it for the right reasons. People are seeing clearly. Our next card is the unexpected influences and surprises that could happen in the month of July. What unforeseen energies, events, or revelations might emerge for the collective in July. These could be positive, or they could be negative or challenging. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, working hard, mastering your craft, doing your research, finding out facts. To me, this is like, coalitions and people coming together and really harnessing strengths and harnessing not weaknesses, harnessing what's the word I'm looking for? Harnessing oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Don't you hate that, friends? We'll just go with the harnessing of that energy, right? We want to harness that energy and embrace that energy and encourage people through the harnessing of that energy, if that makes sense. I feel like if you don't mind that I digress for a moment. So when my mother died, I had taken a couple of months leave of absence to be with her in the hospital. And in the midst of the last month of my absence, she passed. And I was supposed to go back to work, and I returned, and the human resources manager was like, "You're not ready to come back. You're kind of a hot mess." And so I took another month and I went to therapy. And in that time, while I was off, the location where I worked changed. My boss changed. My job description changed. So now it's my first day back at work. A job that I had been doing for about 3 and a bit years at that point. So I was fairly confident in my, what I needed to do, and, that I could perform my job well. And I went into the office and met my new boss. And so there I am in a new building where I don't know anybody. I don't know where anything is. I don't know my boss. They know me. They know all about me in terms of, why I've been away and what I've been dealing with. But I don't know anything about them. And my new boss said to me, "We've changed the filing system. From a numeric sequence to an alphabetical sequence." And took me into the file room. It's a big room where all of the files are held. And basically said, this is your cabinet. Now you need to sort it out. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so overwhelmed. Because it required me to access parts that I had closed off. We all have those things that we do that just seem automatic because we do them all the time. And work was that for me, in terms of like, I could just be Kelly and not have all the other stuff happening. But now with all this newness afoot that I was dealing with, I found myself standing in that file room, staring at these stacks of papers and having not a clue how to start. I was physically ill. I was that overwhelmed. And that's embarrassing to admit that it affected me that way. Obviously, there was much bigger things happening that I was not yet aware of in terms of my anxiety panic disorder. I did not know that I had it. I didn't know that, it was working behind the scenes within me. The point is that if I could have known, if I could have had the ability to focus and to concentrate and just, sort of deal with the task at hand, I would have found success in the fact that I was able to, 1 + 1 = 2, and 2 + 2 = 4, and all systems are go, everything's working as it should, right? I would have been able to connect the dots. I would have been able to piece it together. And somewhere in the midsection, when I got to like K in the stack of paperwork, I would have felt really good about it, and the job that I had done. As I said, there is this feeling of like, I got this, right? There seems to be like an inspired action, I got this vibe happening here. And this is, we can do this. There is no foolery here in that this is going to be easy, but doing something is better than doing nothing. That's the vibe. And so it may seem challenging, it may seem difficult. You may think that your part is small in comparison to other people's part. But any part will make you feel like you are doing something. And so if in the month of July something presents itself to you where you're like, I want to tackle a project, I want to do something, I want to clean up my closet, I want to protest, I want to, start an exercise class, whatever it is, be diligent about it. Don't get distracted. Our next card is the collective wisdom and guidance. What higher guidance or collective wisdom is available to help us navigate the energies of July? And this is the advice for the collective, and we have the Ace of Cups. This speaks to us about an emotional experience, right? This is deep friendship, it's deep connections, it's heart-centered feelings. A new home, a love letter, right? Meeting someone for the first time and feeling like you've known them for 20 years. This is the kind of feeling that we can have in the collective, this coming together for the right reasons, this joyful, heart-filled, cup runneth over kind of vibe. And I am here for it. You know what it feels like? It feels like Christmas. If you're from a certain generation, you may understand. My mother always said that Christmas was one of her favorite times as like a season because people were just a little bit nicer. People went a step further. And that's the vibe that I'm feeling. This coming together, this lifting up, if you will. And I am here for it. Our last and final card, the collective outcome or integration. What is the likely outcome for the collective? The energetic state by the end of July. How will the energies of the month of July come together, swirl around us, flow through us? How will they bring us together? How will they integrate? Whoa, flyers, my goodness. We've got reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. This is such a beautiful reading. It's literally bringing tears to my eyes. There is such a groundswell of love and affection and appreciation for humanity here, right? And all of the cards are coming together in this beautiful way, right? We've got this card here with the circle, and that's the first card. And the last card with a big circle on it. We've got, and the same colorings. We've got the card here that says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love, with the card of the Ten of Cups, which is being embraced by the love of your family. And our final card, which is just the start of the emotions that make us feel loved. We have the start of a new journey, and we have this last card of the journey with the pathway. We have the family walking down the path. This is beautiful energy for the month of July, a coming together, an embrace of individuals and the collective, a real energetic swell of love. And I hope that this is what your experience is in the month of July. What an awesome way to start off the month. I hope you have a fantastic month, and we'll be back to do August when the time comes. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will be live on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do some July vibes readings for you, whoever's in the chat. So hopefully you can tune in and participate. I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye for now.